this video, I'll talk about how there is uncertainty in the market over tech tariff confusion, and Nvidia is to build AI supercomputers in US for the first time, and how Trump is considering temporary exemptions on auto tariffs, and my usual Day 40 portfolio update where I outperformed TQQQ by 26.7% with my hybrid SIP strategy. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel $1 Million SIP. Today is day 40 of my journey to reach $1 million by investing in TQQQ using my hybrid SIP strategy. I followed the same drill. I checked where the opening price and closing price are on the daily time frame to ascertain my daily investment limit, and since they were both below the 12 EMA, I continued with the $200 to $250 limit. Then I switched to the 5-minute time frame. TQQQ opened above the 12 EMA, so I waited for a dip below the 12 EMA and then a bounce back. The dip happened around 10 a.m. and the bounce back came about 2 hours later, and that triggered my entry. So I bought 5 units at $49.36, investing $247. Before I proceed with TQQQ, let me quickly cover today's stories. On Friday, the Trump administration announced tariff exemptions for key electronics, including smartphones, laptops, and semiconductor components, from the latest round of tariffs on Chinese imports. This news was seen as a positive signal for the tech sector, boosting investor sentiment. However, on Sunday, April 13th, President Trump posted on Truth Social saying no real exemptions had been granted. Instead, he referred to the move as a reclassification, not a removal of tariffs, and this mixed message created confusion and uncertainty about whether products like iPhones would ultimately be impacted. Despite the lack of clarity, Apple stock jumped nearly 7% in pre-market trading, fueled by investor optimism and hopes for further negotiations with China. But as the trading day progressed, Apple began to lose steam. While the stock still ended the day up around 2%, it pulled back significantly from its earlier highs. This suggests that while the market was initially excited by the potential exemptions, investors became more cautious as uncertainty remained and official details were lacking. Next, Nvidia has announced a major step. It will begin fully manufacturing its AI chips and supercomputers in the United States for the first time. This includes partnerships with TSMC, Foxconn, Wistron, Aimcore, and SPIL to set up massive production facilities in Arizona and Texas. Production of Nvidia's new Blackwell AI chips has already started in Phoenix, while supercomputer assembly will take place in Houston and Dallas. These sites are expected to ramp up to full-scale production over the next 12 to 15 months. Over the next 4 years, Nvidia plans to produce up to $500 billion worth of AI hardware in the US, a move expected to create hundreds of thousands of jobs and strengthen the AI supply chain. CEO Jensen Huang stated, "The engines of the world's AI are now being built in America." To power this shift, Nvidia will also use its own technologies like digital twins to simulate factory designs and robots for manufacturing automation. Despite the scale and significance of this announcement, Nvidia's stock showed no reaction, closing the session today down by 0.20%. The muted market response suggests that much of this optimism may have already been priced in, or that investors are waiting to see execution before re-rating the stock. Next, on Monday, President Donald Trump announced that his administration is considering temporary exemptions on the 25% tariffs imposed on imported automobiles. The potential move is designed to give US automakers additional time to relocate and scale up manufacturing operations within the United States, particularly as many companies transition production from Mexico and Canada. The announcement comes amid rising concerns from the auto industry about increased production costs and supply chain disruptions caused by the tariffs. And by offering short-term relief, the Trump administration aims to ease the financial burden on manufacturers while still advancing its broader goal of revitalizing domestic manufacturing. Markets responded positively to the news, with major US auto stocks seeing notable gains in early trading. Ford Motor Company jumped over 3% in pre-market trading and closed the day up by 4%, while General Motors climbed 3.5% by market close. While the exemptions are not yet finalized, the statement signals a more flexible, transitional approach to trade enforcement, especially for industries undergoing structural change. These are the stories for today. Let's get back to TQQQ and see how it performed today. Pre-market, it was up 6.75%, but later during the day, tech stocks lost steam and TQQQ ultimately closed at $49.60, up by 2.10%. So overall, on a one-day time frame, though it opened above the 12 EMA, it closed below the 12 EMA, signaling the continuation of the downtrend, also confirmed by the resistance levels I have drawn. As you can see, we are still below this zone, and a reversal can happen only if we cross this zone. Now, on to today's portfolio update. Till date, my total investment is $87.93 with 144 units in my holdings. And today, TQQQ closed at 49.60, which brings the market value of my holdings to $71.42. And my average price per unit is 61.06, which means I'm sitting on a loss of 16.51, translating to an 18.7% decline. So far, TQQQ is down 45.30%, but mine is down only 18.7%, so I've outperformed by 26.7%. All thanks to my hybrid SIP strategy. That's all for day 40. If you're finding these updates valuable, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to follow my journey. See you tomorrow.